Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Burn with Boom Diekin. And we have a very special guest today. We have the owners of Iowa Fireworks Farm, and Jason is the store manager, I believe. And we also have Wade, who is also the owner. So we're going to bring them on. And definitely wanted to give a huge thank you to Jason because he was a subscriber. I had no idea who he was. He was watching my previous videos, constant live streams. It was always just chatting. Then he messaged me on Facebook, and then come to find out he was an owner. And he told me a little bit about his store. And then, of course, he told me about Big T. I didn't know who he was. He's a fellow pyro there in the Midwest. Did an awesome job on the store walkthrough. I think it was like an hour and something going through all the SKUs there. Thank you, Big T. Make sure you guys check out Big T's channel for that full walk around. But we have Jason here today. He is going to give us a little store walkthrough. Tell us a little bit about the store. I just wanted to help bring acknowledgement to his store because he's a really cool guy. And I love talking to people who are just absolutely cool. Now, this is not even a store that I visited. This is not even a store that I can really just pop on right on over to. It's because it's in the Midwest. But one of the things we definitely strive to do here is bring awareness and help out business owners with marketing and just coming on. So let's go ahead and bring Jason on here in just a minute. I think his camera just, there he is. He just popped back on. And Jason, how you doing today, man?
We're doing great today. It's hot and steamy in the summertime in Iowa. It's been kind of a cold spring, and everybody's ready to, everybody's baling hay around here,
That's
including
pretty
us,
awesome.
trying to do that on top of this. But it's been an exciting start to the season. Our predictions seem to be fairly accurate to what we were talking about, probably about double. Well, we doubled our inventory, but expecting double the sales year to date and early buying, and that would hold true. That has been very true. There's been some interesting trends that are showing up. Some changes in a very young market in Iowa because Iowa just went legal in 2017. So there's people are becoming pyros versus just blowing stuff up.
Definitely.
There's a lot of interest in the MJG firewires that we carry, electronic firing systems. We had a clinic along with our demo shoot on Saturday. Had some local guys that showed up, learned a lot. We actually brought in a guy he's one of our larger customers, and he works for him and his wife both shoot for J&M Display Company, which is a nationwide display fireworks company. And he did an awesome job teaching the class, a safe class. And then he shot our demo for us, and you can see that on our Facebook page.
Oh, sweet. So Jason, I know you found out about my channel probably a few months ago, right? Something like that.
I watched in the background. I didn't comment until a couple months ago, just because we want truths out there. We want people to know. There's a lot of rumors that go around. There's a lot of people that they're big buyers and they're friends with store owners, but they don't particularly understand the struggles that it takes to get this stuff in this country. And it's going to get worse. I wish I had good news for you guys, but 2022, if it's a repeat of 2021, we're going to be lucky.
Wow. Thank you for being honest. So tell us a little bit about Iowa Fireworks Farm, how you guys started, and how business has been now since you guys have opened.
Well, this is our third year in business. We started in a rented building across the road on the interstate. It had no drywall in it. It was just a Morton building. And, we're actually kind of a roadblock to the Missouri border because Missouri for years was a supplier to Iowa, just like Nevada is to California and Arizona. It was illegal. It wasn't illegal to possess. It wasn't illegal to transport. It was illegal to shoot it, and it was illegal to sell it. And that all changed. Our governor, I never thought I'd see the day where it was legal in this state. And there's hope for other states. I know Connecticut's putting up some new laws and trying to get things changed. Nebraska actually changed their law this year. They can buy stick rockets in Nebraska. You can buy wire sparklers in Nebraska. Basically, anything that's 1,4G is now legal in Nebraska, where it wasn't before. You had people ironically jumping to the border into Iowa when Iowa became legal. In Nebraska, it had been legal for aerials, but you couldn't buy stick rockets. So they would jump across the Council Bluffs just to buy Bob rockets.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how it is out here in the West. So this week, I know you guys have been really busy, and I want to again thank you for jumping on because I had something happen last week. We missed our interview session, and then of course you were busy on the weekend.
Yeah.
So how busy are you guys right now? I mean,
we've only got one customer in the store. Wednesday is the best day of the week to do this because it's not chaos. We'll get a rush after people start getting home, getting something to eat. After it gets closer to dark, a lot of the locals show up, and they blow up everything the night before, and they show up on UTVs and ATVs in our driveway and restock. So it's pretty fun in that aspect. That people show up in a Polaris Razor to buy fireworks. So
sweet.
Can't get by with that in most places.
Right. Can you show us a little bit of your store
Yeah,
while we have you on?
let me switch the camera view here. Hopefully without hanging up on you again. There we go.
Yeah, when I first saw the video, I was actually kind of shocked at the size. I thought it was a little smaller, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Like,
yeah,
we
are the largest single location in Iowa in square footage, in the number of brands that we carry, and the number of SKUs. So we're just under 6,000 square feet, which you're not going to find many people to push that in Iowa, because if you go past 6,000 square feet in the state of Iowa, then you have to add a very, very expensive fire suppression system. And you're not going to find people doing that with a total selling season of about 60 days. So we're the biggest in the SKUs. We have 1,400 different SKUs in this store, and we have 50 different brands. And I'll take you to the shell wall, and we have 60. We're sold out on one shell kit, so we're down to 64 in stock right now. But we do have some more coming. So we will be adding, and there'll be new things that we haven't had in the past. But I'm kind of up here, and from the top side view, there's our NOAB wall. Right. From this bay, or this line, and this line, those are all 500 gram cakes. We have almost 500 to choose from, and they're all different. We've got our end cap there. Those are candle cakes, very popular item this year. Cool thing to open with. And we sell a lot of those 1,500 gram finales from Sky Bacon. We ordered twice as many of those and received twice as many as that we had last year. But keep an eye out for those, because next year those are coming. Those are brocade breaks right now. They're coming with Nishiki next year.
Yeah, that store is really nice.
Awesome. So there's kind of there's the panoramic view of it.
Wow.
And it's impressive. It's easy to get lost in here. We had to add these center fire breaks. That was a surprise that we had from the fire marshal. We were in the store last year. We had 2 selling seasons in here, and then last minute we had to go find lumber, and it took 3 different stores to find enough lumber to put in between these tables. So,
thank goodness you got your lumber.
If they want to complain about firework prices, go to the lumber store.
Well, but you got your lumber before they went up in prices, though, right?
The lumber?
Yeah.
No, we had to pay full rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then we have our daytime items here: parachutes, smoke cakes, and here's something that not everybody sees. Everybody's used to them big Saturn missile batteries, and they're like a half a sheet of plywood.
Right.
That's 960. Wow, 960 nice. Saturn missiles. Lasts a minute 5. That's a neighbor hater. So we have all our strobes. We have several different strobes to choose from. We try to push people into those just because they're show enhancers, and you mix them with smoke bombs, they become even more cool. Crackling crawfish and different brands. A lot of our flying items. And here's something you West Coast guys will be jealous of. Those are all ground.
What's that? Oh my gosh. How'd you get those? Yeah, we can only find those in assortments out here.
Here's the truth. It started with you. You were going around Red Apple, and you said you couldn't find ground blooms, and this was months ago. And I told Wade, I said, wherever we find ground blooms, buy them.
Yeah, because you can't find them.
And we did. And we have them. But we have zipper cakes. We have all kinds of zipper cakes. And then we have hydration. We actually separate out our hydration cakes so that people know that these are Minute Plus. And then it continues on to the other bay.
Nice.
And then it goes back into the zippers. And we actually have some zippers this year that have brakes, not just full of comments. There's that one in particular has 3 brake rows in it. That one's an awesome one. That Tiger Tooth brand, there's one you're not going to see on the West Coast. That's a South Dakota brand. And we bring them in by the container load.
You know, when I was watching Big T's video, every second of that video, I was like, I wonder if they have this. I wonder if they have that. And I can't remember what specific items I was thinking about. I think it was, what was it? Speedballs. That was one. And Fuse. That was another.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was, I saw you have the Spartan Scream fountain, right?
Yes,
I think
do.
you have.
We're
right.
Very
so
low
like
on 500-gram fountains, but that is one that we do have in stock.
Yeah, and if anybody needs a 2-minute and almost 30-second duration fountain, that is the best fountain you can get right now, in my opinion.
It makes a lot of scream.
You know, I lit 3 of those at the same time.
There's one of our 6 video stations, and we have full remotes around here. You don't have to walk up to them. Customers can walk around with scanners in here, and that's what this guy is doing right now. He gave me permission to show him, so
awesome.
But yeah. What do you think of the video system, man? What do you think of the store?
This is great. Yeah, to be able just to watch them all right as you're shopping.
What's your opinion of the store?
It's wonderful. Hot as hell outside. I don't have to sweat my stuff off in a tent. That's
Sweet.
The way to do it.
That's his second trip here.
That's good to see that.
Yeah, and we have all our cake assortments are on the end. You guys might know what those are. And we have a lot of Brothers, some out of production Brothers stuff. We bought out a store in Indiana, and we're really blessed to get this stuff. And we got a lot of other odds and ends that came from there, and we're able to kind of fortify our inventory. And that was last year, so there's all kinds of different brands here. It's and everything is arranged by manufacturer. So our we have Brothers in one area, we have Winda in another area. We have we actually put all of our Brothers classics together here. So I was very familiar with Brothers product. I was very familiar with World Class product, and a lot of Showtime product from Fireworks Over America. And that's because in 2017 that law passed in May, and these people had to supply their tents within 2 months. So they ran down to Missouri. They got what they could get, and it was the more popular stuff around the country. But we put it all so it's easy to find. You got your Heifel, your shotgun wedding, your hit the road jack, Parrots prattle, and then those are rewrapped in those bomb boxes and Mob Madness as well. And if you're going to come in here, we try to make sure that customers know that if you're going to buy these 2, well, why don't you get 4 different ones and save a little money in an assorted case. So, but again, more Tiger Tooth stuff. This is stuff you won't see on the West Coast, but this is a big break cake. It's a minute long, and this how all of our people were kind of critical in that video why we didn't have the pricing up. Oh, you just slap a sticker on it. Well, we were actually setting all these up, and to do 1,400 of these and put them in the website at the same time, it took us a while. So,
definitely understandable. Let me ask you this: if you want to punish us here on the West Coast, what are your case prices on shells and single prices on your shells?
At this time, we don't do case quantities. Our business plan for next year is to bring in. We've already ordered more containers, and we will have a list. We're probably going to do it in the fashion of a lot of the guys in the Midwest. I mean, not everybody is Spirit of 76. Not everybody's Red Apple, where you have a big website. The overwhelming amount of these companies do an Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
It's been that way for years. You're lucky if it's an Excel spreadsheet. Sometimes it's just scribbled on a bar napkin, but these are all our NOABs. Anybody thinks you can't find NOABs, well, we got NOABs.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those out here yesterday. What's your price on your Moabs?
Believe it or not, we do have some right at $100.
Wow.
This is what is going to happen is it because of shipping and everything. We're going to 2-inchers. There's going to be more 2-inchers. You're going to see a lot of that. Some of these are actually 2-inch hidden in a 3-inch shell. So, the best seller, right there, that Maddox double barrel. I mean, it's $90. You got 2 brakes per tube in them, and they don't skimp on them either. It's
Okay,
still,
great.
it's a 2-inch, but you know what? It breaks just as hard, if not louder than some of these other so-called 3-inch.
Oh,
But
definitely.
yeah,
So for customers who plan or thinking about shopping at Iowa Fireworks Farm, keep in mind here on the West Coast, those Moabs that you're currently looking at are selling in our stores for $129 to $149.
and we do
So you're
have them
getting
to get, the late arriving stuff. I mean, unfortunately, 24 karat magic got hit pretty bad because it was in the brunt of the shipping. And, the shipping, we're figuring these prices off of, how much does it cost us per cubic meter, and what does each item take per cubic meter?
Mhm.
That's the only fair way to do it. And unfortunately, the Noabs and the shells get hit the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some information. I talked to a store owner yesterday, and they said the reason why the shipping is going up is because they're now requiring those to ship in some type of metal container or some type of metal cage, I
Well,
believe.
we have not seen that yet. We did see a compromise on that, and I can show you one of those cases. So what they're doing now, anything over 1.2 inches in diameter is being shipped with a 9 millimeter particle board on top of it, and then they're strapped.
Right. Oh, wow.
So that is what we have thus far. Now, I'm not saying that that's an impossibility of it happening in the future. But for now, that was old news. That we had that news from China back in October, and we didn't see it. And we got product in here that came in well after that deadline. So I don't know the extent of that. I mean, the threats are there, but is it going to happen? So there you go. That's how they come. They come with them straps on there, and then underneath
Right.
here, there's a 9 millimeter particle board that covers the whole thing. And we save those and give those to customers for putting their 200-gram cakes on. So while we're in the shell area, we start alphabetical from the beginning of the alphabet by manufacturer,
Okay.
and then it goes all the way down.
Man, Everest, that's another hard hitting shell. I love that one.
Yeah, only in a 20 pack though. That's people got to
Yeah.
remember that is an anomaly. There's only 20 in there. But yeah,
Neon Nishiki.
almost gone. Those combine the best of the death shell, the neon, and the shiki in one package, and AKA the samurai. Those are really nice. We had one blow one of our tubes apart at the demo the other night.
Yeah, Cali Pyro says you guys have a lot of shell kits for that kind of store. I mean,
Somebody sold a Kong and didn't put it back.
Yeah.
There's the true blue Midwest. You got Hales. You got stuff from Hales.
Yeah, you guys are definitely loaded there.
Nice colors in here, especially for horror theme. Don't overlook those. And in a bargain. Another one of our exclusive brands, the MC, and anytime you guys get your name, you get your hands on that brand name, don't pass it up.
Pyro. Oh, that one there.
Any Pyro King product, I don't care what it is. They're known to push the limits a little bit.
Is that exclusively normally to like the Midwest or something that comes out towards the West?
That's a Wisconsin brand, but they do have a West Coast warehouse in Washington State. Mr. That Sacred guy, he shops there. But yeah, it just keeps going and going.
Nice selection.
Yeah,
Black Mamba?
this kit's got 6 of those new ring shells in it, included in it, and then it's got Nishiki with lace on 6 of them.
Nice.
And no, we didn't get that one down yet either. I just got here. I haven't really fronted everything yet.
So your entire store, do you have a separate storage for your additional I would wholesale items too? Is everything on the floor where people can just grab it, or
Everything's on the floor. We have backstock storage, and then all that.
man, that's nice.
Everything across the back wall is full. This is all our back stock. So we keep the more popular items in here so we can grab a case real quick and drop it down. But we're at the limit of what the fire marshal is going to allow us in here. We're pushing it right now.
Yeah, that's absolutely nice. I'm really glad how you guys are laid out here.
And then we have 18 packs. We have a few 18 packs. Then 12 packs. There's a new one. Nishiki Fallout by Great Grizzly. Any of these Great Grizzly products are just awesome. We got Epic shells from Wisconsin. They're neon shells. Boomin' Bulldog. We do a lot with Boomin' Bulldog. Kind of cheap packaging, but saves your wallet.
Right.
And then six packs, Neon Predators. We've got a lot more of them coming.
Okay.
We got some more. Got those and the new ring shells.
Someone's asking in the chat, do you guys ship?
No, we do not ship. If you call ahead and hopefully soon on the website, we'll pull the order ahead of time, and we have no problem in reserving products for people who are going to come and pick it up. Doing a lot of that this year. We've got shows pulled sitting out in the magazine right now, so waiting for folks to come and get them. And then we have more shells.
Oh wow, definitely. Yeah, make sure you guys also look in the description. I believe I typed in the address for the store as well as the phone number. Also, make sure you head on over to their Facebook page, like and share their information there. Facebook has really been notorious now for deleting a lot of sales posts, and these are legitimate business owners, and they're removing sales posts this time of year.
Yeah,
so
we got hit last night.
Yeah, so any word of mouth that you guys can do, whether you're on the East, the Midwest, or the West Coast, just sharing their page for other people. If you have family members, help them out a little bit.
Yeah, and what got us in trouble was we do door busters on the weekends. Blonde Joke last week was $34.99, and then just a hint on what next Saturday is going to be. It's going to be something special.
Oh wow! Uh-oh. So it sounds like you got a fire sale going on over there.
we always do a doorbuster on the weekends, and people like that. Right. People, this gentleman here that you've seen, he just came in here and bought a Blonde Joke just while it was on special, and now he's spending a little bit more.
Yeah, he's probably wondering if he can get a little something extra since he's on live.
We always chip in something a little extra. That's a custom here in the Midwest. And no kid, I don't care if the parents don't buy in here. No kid walks out of here with an empty hand, ever.
Oh, that's awesome. What are some of the things you guys give your kids when the parents shop in the store?
Well, the safer things to do, we do the sliders. We ordered in thousands of Wise Guy sliders this year, and they're specifically for those kids because if they can walk, they can handle those. So, but we always ask their parents' permission. So, but yeah, these cakes are all for charity. So $5 off this goes to the local fire department. This is nice. 500-gram assorted case. If you buy those are $125. $10 of that's going to go to a local charity as well. So, and these have been popular this year. Surprising. The Supernova cans. These are all red, white, and blue fixed effects. Those have been selling well. Gold Willow and Full Crackle. These have been selling well. And we keep things that normal people wouldn't go to. There's no break in those, but those are straight comets. Those are straight mines. We're trying to educate the public beyond, okay, it's big and it goes boom, but this thing's an art form, and it really needs to be presented as that. And that's one way of doing is educating people on those. And there's another one of those good ones right there. Oh, Pyro King action. I like Pyro King.
Yeah, they're pretty good. That was one of the things I was definitely just trying to demonstrate with some of my fountain finale boards. Those things were just so loud, put on a good show, nice duration. There's more than what you can do than just lighting each individual item by itself, or
Yep.
even
Pair 'em.
just creating a finale board. You could
Pair 'em.
pair some fountains with some aerials if you want to, and create a show. I mean, make sure you guys get some fuse out there too,
Yeah.
because this is one of the only other stores that I know of that has that rare Canon quick fuse.
Yep.
So if you guys have watched my last video where I talked about firework accessories, they have it in stock.
Plastic molded cakes. If you haven't seen these, that thing is solid plastic. That's a machine made. That's a sub brand of Dominator, and then another Midwest brand. You get an Epic, and Epic and Hot actually makes most of this Epic product, but this brand is going places. This is the next raccoon here, bud. These guys, that is a minute 15 long cake. It has the deep greens in it. It has full action. It doesn't have a bunch of pauses in it. And $32 for a minute.
That's a great price, because I typically shop duration usually more than anything.
Yeah. and that's what the consumer around here is looking for. They're looking at shot count and duration. And sometimes that can hurt you. I mean, I don't particularly care for that one right there. 3 minutes. I mean, it's got a lot of pauses in it. I mean, if you're going to mix something with it, yeah, you can do it, but get creative. I mean, this thing here, you can buy 2 of these for the price of one of those zippers down there. It goes higher. It's got more brakes to it. Just put them together.
Yep.
Just some unique ideas. And this brand, if you guys ever see this brand, MC, I know it's in the Western United States, it's trickling in, and then its sister company right there. Wow. Color, effect, and volume.
Oh, that's sweet. Let me ask you, what's the cost of your fuse there in the store?
$15 for 20 foot.
Okay, so it's at national average.
National average, but if picking it up in the store, then you don't get nailed with the shipping. That's what kills you. And I can tell you right now that we paid more for some of that fuse than we're selling it for right now, because we weren't going to let people go dry. Right. And we're not here to make money on fuse. We're not here to make money on any racks. We're not here to make money on our accessories. Those support the sales of everything else in this store. So you'll find our markup is much, much lower on those items. Or in that case of some of those fuses, there's no markup at all. There's a loss on some of it, just because we bought retail just so we had some stuff.
That's good. Yeah, you got to mix it in with everything else. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are anticipating traffic is going to pick up by the 4th of July. Do you know if any of other stores in your area sold out last year?
Yes. One of the permanent stores, the one we probably compete with the most. Yeah, he sold out on the 3rd. Oh, and a few of the tents did. But it's going to be a lot more this year. It's going to happen earlier. And look at that, guys. That's another one of those new plastic molded cakes right there.
I've never seen one of those before.
50 shots, 50 seconds for $6. How's that for cheap entertainment?
That is pretty good.
And you can give it to your friends and tell them you bought them some ammo that's even more expensive and harder to find.
Yeah, if that was in California or someplace, I'm sure somebody would be raising an eyebrow about that one. Just because of the packaging.
Oh, they're going to raise an eyebrow just to the fact that there's fireworks.
Well, until it looks like ammo.
Yeah. We got all that here. We live with, and our liberties we prize is on the state flag here. And you know what? Kudos to our governor, because she means it. She has really allowed people to make their own decisions.
That's that's really good. Make sure you tell your governor I said thank you and said hi.
Yeah. I'm sure that Mr. CZ is going amen back there.
Oh, definitely. You got a possible customer here, Brian Pyrotechnics. Are you guys open year round? I see posts about this store in Pyro Freaks Association on Facebook, but haven't seen the dates open. Would love to come up from Tennessee and spend a bit.
We have to follow the law. However, we went from not having any of this stuff for sale to, in 2017 to having what we feel is a fair give and take. Iowa law, if you are a brick and mortar, and we have an advantage because we are brick and mortar, we can open on June 1st and we can sell through July 8th. That is also the state shooting restrictions. And then we have a second season as hardcover brick and mortar stores for New Year's, which is December 10th through July 3rd or January 3rd. Now, temporary tents only get one season, and they can't open.
Okay.
I think it's the 18th. It's usually around Father's Day. So, and then they have to close the same day we do. But, if somebody's going to travel and they just want to see it, I mean, what we did this year, and I know that there are some other retailers, we'll reserve product. We can't take money. We can't let you go with it. But you know what? Drop us a line.
That's
We'll tell
awesome.
you, we'll see what's going on. And, our kids stand right there.
How far is Tennessee from you? Or from where?
Depends on what part of Tennessee.
True. That's very true.
Nashville.
Brian, you want to?
Nashville. My parents actually just moved back from. They were in Kentucky. They lived on Kentucky Lake, and we could usually drive that in 9 hours to Kentucky Lake, and then Nashville would be another hour and a half after that. There you go.
Jeez. So you guys are about a 9-hour drive then from Tennessee.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that round trip or one way?
One way.
Oh man. Woo. That's some commitment.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people surprisingly that'll bomb down 12 hours to Dallas around here.
Man.
Here's something. And if you've seen our Facebook page, we had a dude that bought 2 of these the other day.
What is that? 16,000?
Keep counting, buddy.
Oh man, that's right. 48,000. Yeah, somebody told me about that. Wow. And what's the price on your 2,000 rolls right there?
2,000s, 4,000, 2,000s, $30.
$30? That's honestly not bad.
And we do keep. We try to, because this is what Wade and I grew up with. We try to find vintage labels whenever we can, because when I was a kid going down to Missouri with my dad, it was this, it was this, and we also got a lot of these. But we're actually gonna probably next year we're gonna do like a throwback assortment to what we all used to get when we would save up. We'd take our pop cans back and save up, $20 to go down to Missouri with Dad, and I'd like to relive that, but we actually look at these, no clay, those are crimped.
Those are nice.
But yeah, 5,000 roll, 10,000 roll, and then you got a head bomb in the middle of them. Those are traditional towel crackers.
And what's the average price on a 16,000 roll firecracker?
16, let's see here. 129 right now. And
all right, that's
a few of them.
That's about
honestly, those hadn't sold. I was absolutely floored when those went out the door. I could not believe that. I wasn't here, and then I seen it. I seen it on the Facebook page, and that gentleman's he's an avid. He comes in here probably 2-3 times a year, and he drops a lot of money. But here's something, you guys, keep your eyes out for those. Those are jumping jacks and firecrackers, 400 roll, all in one.
So what do those do? Is that actually like an actual jumping jack and it's a firecracker?
It has both mixed in it.
I've never seen one of those.
I had neither. We happened to just find those at a wholesaler in Nebraska. Had them in the back, and we jumped on them because that is just so cool.
Here, hold up. I'm gonna see if I can find a quick video that said jumping jack firecrackers.
Yeah, Jack Flash by Big. 488 shots. But yeah, the performance right there.
by Big.
Yeah.
Jumping jacks. Oh man. I have to look up a video for this. I don't want to pull up the wrong one.
Isn't it cool? And sometimes it's the little things we forget about. I mean, we forgot about jumping jacks until last minute, and we were like, oh my gosh, we have to find somebody that has jumping jacks in stock because we don't have enough to get through the season. You know, it's not forgetting those little things. You know, that shell wall is impressive, but you know, not everybody's going to buy those.
Wow.
That's an awesome fountain. How about that one, Redbeard? I know you know what that one is.
What, Eric Rock?
Oh yeah, that's a Cody B favorite there too.
Oh, sweet.
If you ever find these, oh buddy, you better get your
Fantastic
hands
Frenzy?
on. Oh, you better get your hands on those. Those are a 500-gram cake and a 200-gram packaging right there.
Oh, sweet.
Or
Hey,
five.
is I think the last time I talked to you, you said Crazy Steve was going to make his way up there. Was he
Yeah,
ever?
yeah, we got an order on reserve for old Crazy Steve back in the magazine. So
Sweet.
excited to see him down here. Sure, he's as crazy in person as he is on the internet.
Oh yeah, he's an awesome guy. Him and Cody.
Yep. And speaking of Cody, we are one of the very few.
Oh, you got his personal label stuff there, huh? This is Brian.
There you go, guys.
Oh, nice.
And look at this. That sneaky guy, he made us take up 2 shelf spaces because these are fronted to go together. So you got to have 2 of them on the front right. See how those connect? That crafty little guy.
Oh, that's nice.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Good marketing.
Yes. As I was unboxing, I looked at it and I was like, oh, great. Oh, these are going to take up 2 spaces now. If you guys see that one, best red, white, and blue cake on the market right there, man. That thing is amazing. And jellyfish effect in that one too.
Jellyfish?
We actually have that. We have that in shells this year too.
Oh, sweet.
The Tiger Tooth brand that's over here. All of those have. They call it a horsetail, but those have a full jellyfish like some of those NOABs had. And we got these in at the end of the season last year, and ain't nobody gonna get any this year. And we sell over 100 of these a year. In fraction. That people will argue they like that one better than Willow Explosion. And you get it in a 200-gram version too.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know I asked you this before the live stream started, but can you possibly confirm for your customers and would-be customers, are prices locked in? Anything possibly subject to change?
I would say for the most part, we're not going to change any pricing for the stuff that's in the store right now.
Okay.
If, and this is a big if we're able to find things that we can restock with, then we're going to have to adjust.
Right.
But as it looks right now, and I could show you some screenshots of some websites and some wholesalers, that chance of restocking is pretty darn slim. If you haven't already bought it, and then I would suggest if you haven't picked it up, you might as well send them a full payment to hold it. But if you guys are looking for Willow Explosion and can't find it, that's the same thing right there, guys.
Definitely. Yeah, one of the messages that I've been doing for this 2021 season is, encouraging people, please buy early. And I know we're getting down to the wire, but, never get stuck in just believing that the prices are still going to stay the same, because who knows, people are putting in their orders for next year, and sometimes even based upon those costs, obviously prices are still subject to change.
Well, and we've already ordered, and we had one of our suppliers that contacted us on if we were going to order Window or Brothers on a container load. They're going to cut off their orders on July 1st is what we were told. So, okay. And here's the tough thing. If you're a store that's already heavily invested in your inventory and you don't have money to spend, you better find a bank willing to borrow money on fireworks. And that's going to be few and far between. There ain't many banks that are willing to do that. But you're going to see a huge shift next year. Guys, you ain't seen nothing yet. You wait until you see what happens next year.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm glad you're commenting on that because I know we have a lot of people here on the West Coast that have kind of gotten spoiled about certain days and prices and whatnot. And they really haven't seen the business side of a lot of things because most of the people are dealing with, about 5 or 6 stores here on the West Coast, at least in Southern California, Nevada, and Arizona. But they also haven't seen the truths from things like what you're saying just in the Midwest about how it's affecting the whole market for fireworks for next year.
Well, and that's the difference in markets because there are a lot of mom and pop businesses here that operate on a temporary basis. Some of these guys have gotten by in years past with ordering $10,000 worth of fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even a quarter of what Willie Jeezy's stash is, but it's a hard reality that some of those people aren't going to make it through this season, and they may not be back next season.
Nope. We have a viewer, Charles Bowers. He says, "Why? What's going to happen next year?"
You can't replace 3 years of inventory in 1 year.
Nope.
Much less getting hit with this. We're pretty sure we're going to get hit. The sales figures are already right on target to be double last year, and last year was great. And we're concerned about blowing out all of our inventory, and then how are we going to find it? I mean, we're doing everything we can. We're already got money out. We got a lot of money out already on 2022, and that's all you can do. And the rest is it's all a matter of faith, man. That's where it's at. That's all you can do about it. There are so many factors that come into play that and there's nothing you can do about it other than be diligent and and the industry is getting a lot of changes because of this. I can tell you that last year there were some older folks in this business that told us our business model will never ever work. We buy from too many people, and they stressed that. And you know what? They were wrong. Now those people who bought from one or two people are trying to find others to buy from, and you know what? We already bought it all.
There you guys go. There's the quick fuse. This is probably one of the stores I've seen with the largest selection. I'm talking about a different variety of fuse right there. You have your quick, you got your mid, you got your slow. It looks like
there's something you won't find in every fireworks store. Leader piping.
Is that zip ties or clips for fusing?
Yep.
Oh my God, you do have it. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. And they're selling well, man. They are selling well. Wow. People, it's a changing market. People are putting stuff together. And for every one of you that want to think about putting any of these in a PVC pipe, that's what happens when the lift charge don't go off, and that's HDPE. That happened Friday night.
Oh man. Yeah, that's actually a good business plan. A lot of people are so old school and doing things the old way that obviously the old saying, you put all your eggs in one basket. And now a lot of stores, from talking to Jason, guys, for those of you just tuning in, a lot of stores are still desperate and looking for fireworks. A lot of stores are operating at a 30% capacity. A lot of stores still don't have shells. And so they're trying to buy fireworks, even here on the West Coast, to get them on the East. So that's what's going on.
Yeah. And, it's not just that. It's about keeping relationships with those vendors. You don't just come to them when times are tough. We're really, we try to be really good about spreading things around. Even if we spend a couple bucks more a case to buy it from somebody else, we always keep those relationships going.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Brian Pyrotechnist is asking, is it okay as he record there and do a store tour?
Absolutely. Not a problem. We welcome it. Come on through. We'll give you the grand tour.
Awesome. Is Wade busy? Is he with the customer right now?
He's with we actually got 3 customers that kind of walked in. He's helping them, but I can pass it off to him and we can switch places.
All right, yeah, let's talk to him for a few minutes.
Or we can ask this customer if he
doesn't mind getting.
If I take 5% off, I will. Not much else has been a little bit.
Sir, would you like to be on a live feed about pyrotechnics?
Oh, why not?
All right.
Oh, awesome.
Right,
we got a trooper here,
what's
fellas.
your first name, man?
My first name is Rick.
All right, Rick.
And I just got done painting, so I look awesome right now.
That's
so
all right, because we're all blue collar here, aren't we? Hey, look at Farmer Wade.
Stack more bales.
Yeah, he's doing hay right now too. All right, so what do you think of the place?
Incredible. First time here. My friend Christian, who came down here yesterday, told me about it, and just by checking out, the assortment is phenomenal. It beats any tent you can go to. I've been to a lot of places in Iowa before, even a lot of places in Missouri. What I'm really impressed with, and I was talking to Wade about this, is the amount of selection. It's not about how many mortars on us. Basically, it comes down to brand names. There are so many brands in here instead of just keying in on one company, and I think that's what makes it really key in here. So selection's incredible. The stock is incredible, knowing the shortage is going to be dealing with this year. So I'm very impressed. It's the first time in here, and so yeah, we'll be spreading some wildfire word about this place.
So what'd you buy and why'd you buy it?
Well, I'm a big sucker for mortars, so
what'd you like about that one?
I decided to nip up on this one. Well, I kind of honestly, it's going to be a newbie to me. It's the Black Mamba. Speaking to Wade about it, he gave me a little feedback on it, so I decided to jump on it itself. I also bought my share of fountains. I have cakes and stuff at home already, but I have family who loves fountains. So
and you have very, very good taste from my friend.
And that's yeah, so I decided to kind of get on the higher end of the fountains themselves. Those are actually fun. They have a little duration to them, plus just the amount of effects that can come off of them.
Yep.
So, and then I got the old 420 assortment. No pun intended.
Yeah. That appealed to all the guys in California,
Yeah,
right? That's the one thing that ain't legal in Iowa.
Yet I will realize all the money they make from fireworks and sports gambling and everything else. They'll go ahead and get this one lined up, and then that'll be on the docket.
We're getting surrounded by it. Illinois went, so now we got to do it.
South Dakota just passed the first of the year. Like every state around us is almost legal now. So, but yeah, so I'm just kind of thumbing through and seeing what's in here. There's actually, I was down in Missouri last Friday, and I was in a huge superstore down in Hannibal, Missouri, and some of the stuff, no matter how much they had in there, I did not see. So I'm just having to hate it through this place right now. Kid in a candy store, that's for sure.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear.
So this is incredible. I'm telling you what, for a little small town south of Des Moines, he's putting the whole state to shame because they said there ain't no tent, there's no brick and mortar building that could step up to this place.
Wow.
And I'm still shopping. I've been here for 45 minutes.
What do you think of that?
Oktoberfest?
No, what do you think of the system?
Oh, the way it's set up? Absolutely great. Because when we were in that huge warehouse, they actually did not have this. They didn't even have the descriptions underneath. Now, I know they're selling tons of fireworks, but still, there's nothing worse than going and saying, what does that do? You know?
Oh, boy. He quoted me.
You know, that's the worst thing is when people say, what does that do? So, I mean, the fact that you at least have a description, you can actually see it, that's what sells.
And you don't have to walk up, bring it up to it.
No.
What do you think? What do you think of carrying that scanner around with you?
Convenience, and also emptying the wallet just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we invested his money into it.
Absolutely. It's a good investment because I said there's nothing better than that. I think there was one place. There's a place in Grimes, Shooters, and it's the only time I've ever seen this. Otherwise, I've been in a dozen other stores, and then I said I'm lucky to see a price tag, let alone a description. And then you add this on top. I mean, how does that not sell it?
Right. That's why we doubled the number of them this year. By the time peak hits, we'll have 6 or 7 big screens.
Will you really?
Systems, yep.
Nice.
The ticket right there. Absolutely. Sell, baby. But I have a feeling with the way things are this year, it won't be too much longer, and these shelves will probably start getting a little bit more emptier.
Yeah, well, we got to restock.
As I said,
we got to pull some back stock down right now. We're getting low on a couple, but
right.
We're holding our own.
I mean, here it is June 8th, 9th? I'm not sure the exact date, but the fact of that I'm already trying to jump on stuff, everybody's going to wait that last week of 4th of July. They're going to come walking around. They're going to see a lot of stuff picked over. It's like, I've got the Godfather. So this is incredible. And the problem is that there's so much stuff that I am having a hard time making decisions.
Yeah.
That's why I have great sales rep like yourself,
Yeah.
Wade, Sydney, taking care of the whole cat and crew here. So very impressed.
And that's probably the biggest thing that scares us here. We don't want to be overwhelmed because we don't want to get away from this.
Yes,
This is what we pride ourselves on.
absolutely.
The previous systems are great, but they don't replace the one-on-one interaction
At all. At
Yeah.
all.
So I love busy days, but I hate busy days.
Sure. And I won't lie, in that superstore that we were in, I mean, it was so large. It's down in Hannibal, Missouri. It's called Fireworks Superstore. It's probably 2 times the size of a.
It's the size of a large Walmart.
It
Yeah.
is enormous.
Yep.
Not one person talked to me until I physically went up to someone. And on top of it, I'm walking through rows of stuff, no clue what it does. There's no scanner system. There is absolutely there's no description, nothing. So that can be kind of overwhelming itself. So I said, I'm a huge person. I used to work in a bowling center, so I'm all about customer service. This is key.
All right. Well, we're going to let you get back to shopping, but
spend some money. Absolutely.
I can take over, Wade, if you want to. Akio wanted to talk to you.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to pass it off. I'm going to help this guy out.
Awesome. Wade, nice to meet you again, everyone on the chat. This is Wade. He is the owner of Iowa Fireworks Farm in Iowa. So for those of you guys just tuning in, so Wade, tell us a little bit about your store, man. I know Jason told us a little bit a lot, but I want to get your perspective. He already showed us a lot of things. So what do you want to share?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic 3-year ride so far. It's been a lifelong dream, but I've been in a store now for 3 years. The first year we opened in a little building that was, well, you could call it a building because it had a roof over it, but we used that as kind of our test pilot to make sure the location was good. We did all right in that. So the next year we built this building, and it's just under 6,000 square feet. And yeah, that year happened to be last year, the COVID year, when virtually every warehouse, every retail store in the country sold out of everything they had. I thought I was well stocked June 1st when we could start selling fireworks, and by June 10th I was ordering like mad, just like most other retail stores in the country were, just trying to keep my shelves full. And we ended on July 5th with probably 40% stock left, which I wanted to carry over 50% just because I want people to walk in to my store on July 4th and see full shelves, or at least mostly full shelves. I don't want them to walk in and go, "No, I thought this was a great store. They're out of everything." So last year was phenomenal, and boy, this year, our year-over-year sales, it's looking like this year is going to be even better.
Well, that's really good. And, again, we're definitely grateful for your success. We wish you guys, the best out there. I'm glad that Jason reached out to me, told me about you guys, because I hadn't heard from you guys. And obviously I don't visit a lot in the Midwest, but for those of you watching, if you are in the Midwest, you're close to Iowa, this looks like a definitely go-to place. And a guy named Jason here, let's see, what is it? Jameson LMS says that you have an awesome store.
Hey, well, thank you. We appreciate it. We're working on it. Every year I want to get it a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see what else we have here. I want to see if we have any questions. I know that you guys are fully stocked, and I'll definitely love your arrangement that you have there. And hopefully you guys can hook up Rick with a t-shirt or a cake or something, because he was definitely a trooper for getting on live stream.
Yeah, he needs a t-shirt that doesn't have paint all over it.
Oh, definitely. But is there anything else before we close out here? I know we've been going now for about an hour, and Jason has been a really good host for us today.
Yeah, I guess I would just close with, regardless of where you are, whether you're in Iowa or anywhere in the country, I mean, if you haven't done your fireworks shopping yet, do it in the next week, because it may not look like it here, but I am concerned about running out of products, and I think there are going to be shortages across the country. So if you want the kind of the pick of the litter in fireworks, I'd certainly be shopping within the next week or so.
Yeah, Callie, he did mention earlier that they don't do wholesale right now. I believe everything's at retail. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, we don't do any wholesale. We don't do any shipping. Hoping maybe we can start doing some wholesale next year when we have our stock built up and we've got more places to store cases and cases to start offering wholesale.
Awesome. And if you could, before we close out and everything, just give us the address and what interstates you're close to for people not familiar with that location.
Sure. We are at 1505 G76 Highway in New Virginia, Iowa. Easiest way to describe it is we're right on Interstate 35, about a half hour south of Des Moines, Iowa, exit 43 on Interstate 35.
All right, perfect. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull up a screen share really quick so that way people can actually see the location. I'll go ahead and share it. And I have them pulled up right now. So if you guys are looking for Iowa Fireworks Farm, this is the location here. So it looks like it's right off of the G76. Or is it the Interstate 35 freeway? So that's where they're located. Not too far from Des Moines, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of other neighboring cities out there, so not too far from Missouri.
Yeah, we're 2.5 hours from Kansas City. We're about 4.5, 5 from Chicago, a few hours from Omaha, 4 hours from Minneapolis. Yeah, we're an easy drive from a lot of places.
All right, perfect. Let's see here. That's definitely perfect. All right, guys. Do you guys have any final questions to ask Wade before we get ready to close out? I know we definitely want to thank him for his time. I know he's very busy and he's already prepared for 2022. So he did not just prepare for 2021 because I think a lot of stores just said, oh, here's 2021 and didn't factor in 2022 because we've seen some stores just started abruptly changing prices. Do you guys carry Pyro King?
Yes, we do. We do carry Pyro King, 500-gram cakes, 200-gram cakes, and shells.
All right, perfect. All right, everyone. So this is Kio Boom Diekin with Wade. Jason was our host. So make sure you check the description of this video. The description should have the address and make sure, and as well as the phone number, make sure you guys call them for price checks. If you guys have any questions. And this has been another exciting episode of The Burn. So Wade, thanks for joining with us today, man. I really appreciate it.
You bet. My pleasure.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a great day. Okay.
Thanks. You too. Thanks, Kio.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.